Good evening, Zimbabwe. This is Studio 7 coming to you from the Voice of America in Washington on Tuesday, July 7th, 2015. This is The Connection on Live Talk. I'm your co-host, Tungamili Nkomo.
And I'm your other co-host, Tatenda Gumbo.
Tonight, we are discussing the figures of teenagers living with HIV in Zimbabwe, the majority of which officials say are girls.
So let's get connected, everyone. As usual, on every Tuesday, you can find us on Twitter and Facebook using the hashtag #TheConnection. Our Facebook page is VOA Studio 7, and our Twitter handle is @Studio7VOA. We are also on WhatsApp, and that number is 001-202-465-0318.
And to make a contribution live on air, call us at the following number. That's 001-202-619-2077. The number again, 202-619-2077. Give us a call and we will call you back.
And for those of you who want to check out Ntunga and I, you can find us on the web streaming live right now. I head over to voazimbabwe.com, voashona.com, and also voandebele.com.
Again, this is your number one youth forum, The Connection, coming to you live from the Voice of America in Washington.
Over 100,000 young people in Zimbabwe age 15 to 24 are HIV positive, and among them, those around 80,000 are young girls. These figures, which were revealed yesterday by the National AIDS Council, shows some of the challenges the country has been having in this particular demographic, which is registering the highest rate of new infections in the country.
Though these figures include children born with HIV who are now adolescents, advocates say it is time to flip the script and turn things around. So tonight, with our panel of experts, we want to discuss this very serious problem here on The Connection at the Voice of America.
Yes, Ntunga, and of course, we're calling for all the young people in Zimbabwe and surrounding areas in the diaspora to join us today as we discuss this issue and let them know that it's a free forum. They can come in, they can talk to us. I think you and I are very, we're super cool, I think.
Oh, of course.
Very easy to talk to.
Of course, easygoing.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Emakhaya, le chona njani ngalintambama, hikudivana kuhlelo lwe The Connection, ku-Live Talk. Konapa emsakazweni wenu owe Studio 7 lamhlanje kuhlelo lwabasakhulayo sikhangela inani labantwana abaphakathi kweminyaka engu-15 le-24 inani elethulwe yi-National AIDS Council izolo eliveza ukubana abantwana abaphakathi kwaleyo kweminyaka leyo abedlula i-100,000 baphila legciwane le-HIV. Iyatsho njalo inhlanganiso le isiphathamandla sayo sikhuluma italele lephalamende izolo sithe ukubhidlika komnotho yiko okucina kusenza ikakhulu abantwana abangamantombazana bagcine bethandana labo sugar daddy ukuze bathole imali yokuziphilisa. Ngaloko ke babe sebesifaka engozini yokubamba kumbe ukumemethekisa igciwane le-HIV. Ongo vatereri nyaya iri mudariro nasi muchirongwa chenyu chirongwa chewe chidiki The Connection inyaya yemashoko ari kubva ku-National AIDS Council sangano iri richitaura vesangano iri vachitaura mudare reparamende nezuro vakazivisayo kuti pane vana between ma-ages 15 and 24 muZimbabwe over 100,000 vanorarama neutachiwana hwe-HIV. Uyezve sangano iri rinoti dambudziko guru rapinda munyika nderekusamira zvakanaka kweupfumi uko kwakuita kuti vamwe vanasikana vadanane nemadhara ayo anonzi mashuga daddy ndokuti vawane mari yekurarama. saka nokudaro vanenge kuzvipinza panjodzi yekubata chirwere che-HIV.
Ntunga wataura hako and ndotofunga kuti tine guest wekutanga wedu who is on Skype, and that is Mr. Jimmy Wilford, the director of Say What, which is a student reproductive health action team. Jimmy, thank you so much for joining us this evening on The Connection.
Thank you very much, Adenda. Good evening, listeners and viewers.
Thank you.
Jimmy, let's cut to the chase. More than 100,000 children between the ages of 15 and 24 living with HIV/AIDS, HIV rather, in Zimbabwe. What's your take on that?
Yeah, my take is that it's quite understandable in as much as this can be quite scary in terms of figures. But 100,000, we are looking at a population of more than 12 million. My take is that this can be explained by the possibility of having much of these young people being born HIV positive. And I want to believe that, with the current work being done around access to treatment, there is also a high possibility of having these young people being born with HIV. And we must celebrate that they've managed to live up to this particular age while being HIV positive. On the other hand, yes, there can be a possibility of these young people being infected, being born negative and being infected after having being engaged in unprotected sex. But I need also not to look at it from one side or look at it from one angle. We need also to look at it we need to go down into the figures, into the statistics that are available, and really analyze how maybe those young people could have been got infected with the virus.
And Jimmy, we spoke earlier, of course, and you were talking about some of the challenges in particular, looking at those young children that were born with HIV and who are now adolescent age. Can you talk about some of the issues that they're facing, some of the challenges that you're seeing day to day when it comes to mainly having to live with the knowledge that they are indeed HIV positive, and some of the stigma that comes behind that?
Certainly, the level of stigma is quite high within our community because we still associate HIV and being somebody being HIV positive with. We still associate that particular person with the promiscuity, which is not necessarily the case. When you are looking at a young person who was born with the virus, the young person is maybe, some of them does not even know it. I know of a young person who only got to know about it when he decided not to take the drugs that he was instructed by the family to take, to say, you must be taking these drugs at this particular time. And when this drug is running out, please, you must still, and so. But you find that at one point he decided not to take those drugs, and he was started having some problems due to some drug resistance. And when he was admitted at the hospital, the hospital personnel encouraged the family to disclose that particular young person, that this young person must know that he is living with HIV. So we are having challenges where the young people are being HIV positive, their statistics are being splashed all over, but themselves, they don't know about it. The families are deciding not to tell them for one reason or the other.
Saka pa situation yakadaro, Jimmy, tingashora family ere because uri kutaura kuti family yanga ichiziva kuti mwana uyu ari HIV positive, but iye akangonzi ungochinwa mapirisi but haana kutaura kuti ari HIV positive. Tingashora family ere uyezve how difficult it is for parents who are HIV positive to tell their children kuti mwanangu pane nyaya yakadai saka newewo une utachiwana.
Well, I think I don't necessarily want to engage in a blame game to say to Sora Ani, who should we blame etc. But I think we need to look at it collectively as a society to say, is our society conducive? Are we creating conducive environment within our society such that we are able to break the silence around issues to do with sex and sexuality, HIV and AIDS. So
okay.
that we are not...
Okay, Jimmy, let me rephrase. How easy or how difficult it is for HIV parents to disclose that to their HIV positive child?
Well, that is not easy, given it's not necessarily very easy. That's why, again, I can talk about how even as a society are we making it also possible and very easy for the family to disclose to the child, because I think the family sometimes, they might not be very sure how the young person is going to take it, how the young person is going to take it, and with the death sentence that is associated with being HIV positive. At some point, young people, we are living in a society whereby there is a lot of discrimination and bad mouthing about being HIV positive. Unoona vana vachisekana, we are mubhazi, achiseka mumwe anenge panext kuti we are mubhazi, etc., right? And as a young person, I'm very safe. So it becomes also very difficult because of the environment that we would have created within our society. So sometimes parents might be very hesitant to really face their children, to tell them that, look here, these drugs, this is what it means, you are HIV positive, etc. If we really interview or even sit down and talk to the young boys and girls who are living positively, they can tell you their stories, how they got to know. Some, they said, no, I was told by a stranger that I'm living with HIV, but my parents never even told me. Simply because the parents might not have gathered enough courage to go and face the child and requested somebody to go and speak to that particular child. But some even decided not to say to tell them. I know of a university student who surprised their family when she brought a boyfriend, said, this is my boyfriend, I'm thinking of getting married after graduating. But the whole family knew that this student was a third-year law student, was living with HIV. But they were also shocked. They were now asking themselves, did you sleep with him? Have you ever slept with him? This and that. But they were now surprised, say, now how should we tell this girl that she is living with HIV? She's a law student. She was now in her third year, but she was also on drugs. She was given some drugs. Say, these drugs, you must check them. Once they run out, please let us know before they run out so that we can bring you another supply. And she has been taking those drugs ever since she was very young.
Thank you there, Jimmy Chimbomira and you per line. And Ntunga, we have our other guest who is also joining us on the line in Matabele in the north. That is Kelvin Ncube, who is with the United Children of Africa. Kelvin, thank you for joining us on Live Talk The Connection this evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ntunga.
Mr. Ncube, of course, we spoke earlier and we continue the conversation here on The Connection. Sikhangele udaba olufanayo, udaba lokumemetheka komkhuhlane wengculaza kanye legciwane le-HIV kubontanga. Wilford ubekhuluma lapha ngaphambilini ekhuluma ukubana kunzima ukuthi kuyabanzimela abazali ikakhulu ababe be-HIV positive nxa bethe baba lo mntwana laye wabelethwa HIV positive kuyabanzimela ukuthi bamtshele umntwana ukuthi kusimo bani. Abantu ohlangana labo usebenza labo khona ngapho eMatebeleland north bakuthola kuludubo olunganani lona?
Ya ngathi esike saxoxisana labo bakubona kuyinto enzima kakhulu ngoba besaba imbuzo enjengokuthi umntwana uzaqalisa ukubuza ukuthi kathi ngilithole njani igcikwane. And umbuzo futhi omunye uzalandela ukuthi wena vele wawuthola njani, walithola njani igcikwane. Kwakungela yinye ezinye izinto ongazenza ukubana ungivikele. So omama kubabela nzima, ngathi abazali kubabela nzima ukuthi begcine betshela abantwana. Esikhathini esiningi uphonga uqina bamtshela umntwana bemtshela amanga begcine bonke amaphilisi la ngayempilo kuphela ukwanatha bengakwazi ukuthi wanathilani. Then bezamlokhu bezama nje begcine sebemtshela iqiniso ubana uphila legcikwane. Ngoba kuyinto enzima ubana bekhulume. Like ubaba ke wakhuluma kuqala nje njengamuzwe ekhuluma nge-issues of stigma esithi khona kuyana ukuthi abantu abaningi bayabandlulula like ukuthi abantwana betshona behlekana even besebhasini so konokana kwenza ukuthi khona kube nzima to disclose ukuthi khona umntwana uphila legcikwane ngoba imbuzo naleza kulandela iza kubela nzima ukuthi uyichazisele umntwana ngoba khathesi ngiphila legcikwane nginje ngambuza ukuthi ngilithole njani kunzima futhi ukuthi ngikuchasisele manje nxa uyabusukuzwa umntwana akho futhi ephinde kubuza ukuthi why wangingenza ngaba lalo kuyinto enzima kakhulu.
Ari kutaura apo Kelvin tatenda ari kutsinira mashoko a Jimmy kuti zvinoremera vabereki zvikuru kuti kana vane utachiwana hwe-HIV kuti vataurire vana vavo vanenge vaberekwawo vane HIV because pane vana vacho vamwe vanozotanga kubvunza mibvunzo yakawanda vakuti kwemimba bereki makaiwana se-HIV yacho ko panga pasina nzira dzekuzvidzivirira here and all that saka it's a very complicated situation.
Yeah, I can surely imagine kuti varadzi they're having a hard time with that particular issue papo but ntungatine ma-guests edu who are also on the line, but before we go we can read some comments abuda pa Facebook ne pa WhatsApp edu.
Yebo kunjalo Miss T silo mlaleli wakuqala lapha olobe kukhasi lethu le Facebook usihlobo manzamhlophe uthi siyakubona sibi kodwani indlala yiyo ekhoza ebangela ingculaza ngoba abantwana befuna imali sebekhomba abantu abadala. Ufungai Mukosera uthi yena, is there a trend that can show how bad the situation is getting at a glance? Because the only information we have right now from last month is that the country is highest in condom usage. Now we hear that we are actually not using them. Then kulo Vumani Ncube othi yena okubangela umkhuhlane ukuthi imisebenzi ayitholakali lula ingakho sebekhomba noma kungabi angazi tu zama ukuthi lapho umlaleli kodwa uthi abantwana sebekhomba ngenxa yokuthi befuna imali. Then kulo Ndlovu umkho mongameli othi yena okunye okuyandisa umkhuhlane lo ukuthi abantwana basala bebodwa abadala beyadinga imali emazweni abantwana bodwa ayikho into abangayibonisana right obekungalungisa lula lolu daba ngabomthetho ma bengasebenza gadalala ebantwaneni abangamantombazana abandlovu bari kuti zvimwe zviri kunyanya konzera nyaya HIV kune vechidiki ndeyekuti vabereki havamo vakawanda vari kumhiri kumakungwa like USA, Britain, South Africa vari kutsvaga mari saka vana vanenge vasara vega kumba uko kuZimbabwe.
Yeah, there's someone anyora pa WhatsApp yedu anonzi Daniel Sibanda, and he was also saying the same thing. We have problems with parents that go to South Africa leaving their children behind. These children are underage. People are the ones flooding the nightclubs. It's totally wrong when minors are involved in sex. And there's someone else, Anonzi Awa E Mutsopotsi, Kuonde Valley, and he says our culture is no longer in practice, and the adoption of other countries' culture overally, this Western, is sold to cause, especially the way we look at the way that teens are dressing nowadays. He's also talking here about the issue of technology on cell phones and other information that is transmittable by these devices, where one can easily watch nude photos, videos are also of concern. He writes there a lot of issues there about young people who are engaging in sexual activity.
And of course, our discussion tonight is two-pronged. There's the other issue of sexual consent with the organization Plan International, right?
Yes.
Saying that they conducted a survey in Harare and Bulawayo that revealed something very troubling. 58% of those polled saying that they have no problem with men having sex with girls who are under the age of 18. How crazy is that?
Yeah, very, very alarming indeed, of course. And I think many people have a lot to say about that. So I think at that point we can bring in two of our guests who are also on the line. And that is Nqobile Munzara, who is the director of Culture Shock Trust. Of course, she was with us last week, but we asked her to come back because she's so amazing.
Indeed.
Nqobile, Makadi and you.
Hello, Tatenda. Hello, Mchungani. Ndinotenda kuva parunare nasimaneri. And this issue that we're talking about, I mean, it's an issue that is serious for all of us, you know. Kana tikatarisa kuti ungafungira kuti munhu mukuru murume ane zera kunge 40 years achidanana nemwana ane 18 years. You know, the one thing we need to really consider, Tatenda, is that a 40-year-old man has more sexual experience than an 18-year-old girl. That 40-year-old man has been sexually exposed to so many women in various circles of life, you know, and it's very difficult to understand how we can agree that any sexual relation between a 40-year-old man and an 18-year-old young girl is okay. Azvina kunaka zvakaipa. Mwana ane 18 akutapurira zvinhu zvakashata kune munhu ane 40 years, nokuti uyu ane 40 years agara ane vanhu vakawanda aenda navo pabonde. Chaizvo zvakaipa, zvakaipisisa, asi sezvambotaurwa paFacebook nemamwe malisteners kuti aiwa vana vari kushaya mabasa, vari kutsvaga mari, vari kudini, ndizvo zvimwe zvinovakonzeresa kuti vazviwane vari mumasituations akadaro kuti vari kudanana nevarume vari twice their age.
Thank you there.
Thanks so much. And now please do stay on the line. Ms. T, your namesake.
My Sazita.
Yes, Tatenda Songore. We're Youth Advocates Zimbabwe and your director. Tatenda, good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
We are good. Thank you so much. Wanzwanyari mugango inasi. You know, let's talk about the survey that I just alluded to. 58% of people in Harare and Bulawayo saying kuti apana chakaipa kuti varume vapinde vaite bonde nevasikana who are below the age of 18. Uri kuti chine mashoko Tatenda?
First and foremost, I think I would like to say that it is very wrong to do that. It's only a matter of that our culture and our society has been always accepting the issue of intergenerational relationships, which is also one of the key drivers of HIV in the Southern Africa region and in Zimbabwe in particular. It is something that is very disturbing. It's not a speaker, Mazwano, kuti munata anofunga kuti it's okay kuti munhu adane mari below 18 years kana iwo chibofunga iri hadzadzi yako kana kuti vari sisi wako uchifunga kuti anodanana kana nemunhu akaenzwa nababa vako vanogara nawo mumba. It's so wrong. I think we need to have a mind shift in our country whereby whatever we thought was okay during the olden days has to change. This is an era whereby we are facing HIV and AIDS, and we are trying to zero on new infections. So we know that generally young women are very much at risk of contracting HIV. According to statistics, women are 3 times more likely to be HIV positive at that age of 18 years. So one of the contributing factors is that the intergenerational relationship. I think we need to nail this issue on the head and say that it's so wrong and people have to be educated in the country for that fun. But we see Madara, achidara neana echidiki, nofana kumira, izvo nguva yakaitwa iyoyo zvakaitwa zvikapfuura but mazuva andofana kuzvinyika.
tinotenda tatenda mirako parunare antu nganofunga kuti nemuteveri ari parunare.
Yes, lo sihlobo se South Africa sihlobo siyakwamukela kuhlelo. Allo sihlobo sami siyakwamukela kuhlelo. Allo sihlobo eSouth Africa siyakwamukela uhlelo ba.
Yebo njani?
Hayi siyaphila kunjani khona ngapha?
Hayi ngapha ku right.
Uyizwile indaba esegudwini?
Ngizwile indaba esegudwini. Ngikho nami ngithema ngathi ngiyabhekisisa nje ngamafitshane ngathi lami ngendaba leyo mina bembona khona inkinga ingabe isukela nje kithi nje abadaleni. Ufana nokuthi ngenze ukuthi ngimdala nginje ngishiya abantu abami bodwa ekhaya ngisiya emazweni ngisiyafuna imali. Abantwana mabe beselele bodwa ekhaya ayikho into engaboni babonisana yona. Kungafika omunye umuntu kumbe isilingo thizeni semali okwenza ukuthi egcine eserobheka lana umntwana egcine sesehlelwa inkinga efana naleyo. Yikho okwenza ukuthi umkhuhlane lo engculaza umemetheke indawo zasemadolobheni kakhulu ngoba ayile mfundiso ngathi iyasilela kancane ongabe khona ukuthi baba khona beqine kakhulu esemakolitshini nasezikolweni ngemfundiso engculaza kakhulu begcile kakhulu kube le subject yakhona impela befundise kakhulu beqonqosele ngoba mangabe sifaka iminyaka isibambili mthathe eminye ebuya vele kungabe sokumoshakele kakhulu lenani ngabe lokho likhuphuka nisiya phambili.
Kodwa esihlobo inkulungwane zabazali abasuke eZimbabwe besiya khona ngapho kubo South Africa besiza ngapha besiya kubo Bhilithane abasuka ngokuthanda abanengi umnotho ubolile eZimbabwe badinga imisebenzi badinga imali yokuphilisa imuli.
Kunjalo baba kodwa nalokho khona lokhu ngikho ngathi umnotho elizweni mangabe uyasilila ufana nekhaya mangabe kulendlala komunye umuzi komakhelwane kusuthwa abantwana ngikubona besuka besiyadlala komakhelwane lapho kusuthwa khona. Yikho kwenza ukuthi abantwana besekhaya begcine belingeka mangabe ngimsuka lana nginemali bebona ngilemali bazafisa ukuthi nabe betholane imali. Yikho abeyenza belingeka kakhulu abasezikolweni. Yikho umkhuhlane lo omemetheka khona kakhulu ngabheka izindawo ezifana semakhaya ezikolweni kubo Cholocho khona le ndawo ezifana ukukhezi yaselezi indawo ezitshiyeneyo abantwana balingeka kakhulu ngenxa yemali naleyo umnotho yiwo ongabe ungayenza zonke izinto. Mangabe kukhona kusuthwa ekhaya umzazi umize ukudla ngale uyakwalethi nsuthi ngoba ngekhaya ngapha bamphakile wadla wasuthi.
Hayi siyabonga sihlobo sami ube le ntambamenhle khona ngapha eMzansi.
Mbongile nami.
Abadimisi.
Right. Regatitore reaction ya Jimmy who's on Skype ku Harare. Jimmy, what's your reaction on this topic? Iripano, this issue of this survey that is saying that majority who were polled was saying that it's okay for men to sleep or have relations with a girl under 18.
But firstly, I need to really interrogate the poll. Mm-hmm. I think it's equally important for us to be very careful when we are, coming up with the figures and running away with these statistics. We need also to really check whether this poll was scientifically done. When you're looking at the population, some people can respond to a poll that is online, just joking, yeah, not taking it seriously about. No, just clicking yes. Then from there we take it, say no, 56% of people are saying this and that. It's generally quite disturbing in my view. So we might need to also really, really interrogate these statistics before we start even making a lot of news out of it.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy, let's just ask you to hold on there. We'll come right back to you and the rest of our other guests. Of course, it is unfortunately time for us to say goodbye to our radio listeners. But in Tunga, as usual, we want them to head over to...
we are streaming online. That's the good news. Go to the internet and get us at www.voazimbabwe.com or www.voashona.com or voaindebele.com. abe radio kwanelo kwalamhlanje.
Good evening again to all our viewers, and for those of you who are just joining us, good evening. You're watching Studio 7 from Voice of America in Washington, and this evening we are discussing the alarming figures of teenagers living with HIV, but then also a poll, a survey in Tunga that was taken by Plan International, which is saying that 58% of those who are polled do not oppose to a man having relations with a girl under the age of 18.
Yes, Mr. And of course, we have our star-studded panel. Tonight, we have Jamie Welford, director of the organization Say What. We also have Ngobile Munzara, Culture Shock Trust, Calvin Ngube, United Children of Africa, and of course my co-host's namesake, Tatenda Songore, Youth Advocates Zimbabwe Director.
And Jimmy Mangamjutaura and Remberienyu.
Yeah, I was sharing my concern on this poll we are giving reference to. You said what was the real outcome? 56% are saying yes, or they're saying no?
58%, according to Plan International, are saying they have no problem with men sleeping with girls under the age of 18.
Yeah, I think I have a bit of a problem with the generally. Also, I was saying we need to first interrogate this research. You know, this poll, how it was done, the method that was used, so that when we are to make such conclusions, can we really go to town in such conclusions seriously? You know, when you're talking about views of people using a scientific method, there are some steps that need to really follow for us to be really to really say that this is something that can be very tangible and can be something that we can really try to frame even our responses based on. So is it empirical enough for us to make news out of it? So I'm not very sure. I would be very much interested to look at to talk to the guys from Plan International. On the other hand, anyway, it's not right for any man, for whatever reason, poverty, any other reason, for whatever reason, it's not right for a grown-up man to get into a serious relationship with a teenager. That is something that we need to collectively work against as a society. Yes, beyond coming up with the policies, there is need to have a mind shift, a total mind shift within our society, whereby when we are looking at a teenager, let's look at that teenager as your own teenager. You cannot go around and sleep with your own teenager. That is something that we need to collectively work together and address within our society.
Yes, that's Jimmy Wilford Tatenda, expressing concern and reservations of these statistics by Plan International. But, Plan International, I respected organization, they're an international organization, and would like to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get them on the show today, but we'd hopefully like to get that survey and find out who exactly was polled, as Jimmy was saying there.
Yeah. Ngize kuwe mnumzana Ngcobe, ungathi inhlanganiso zabasakhulayo esilazo kathesi ile yakho khona ngapho eVictoria Falls, ungathi lenza konke elimele ukuthi ngali yakwenza yini ekulwisaneni lo mkhuhlane we-HIV?
Ya, ngathi izinto zonke zikhona ezenziwayo sikulokuthi wangikhona sizama ukumisa lo ukumemetheka komkhuhlane we-HIV and AIDS. Sonke silokhu silwisa nje ukuthi one day sibe le-HIV free generation and kuqale ngathi abantu abatsha. Only ishade ikhulunywa ngoba uJimmy soro kulebe sebemuva kancane lathi nje sithi kuyinto embi kakhulu lanxa singakwazi ukubana iPlan International yakuthola njani ikuthola kubobani khona ukuthi 58% of amadoda athi kulungile ukulala labantwana aba-under 18 sikhangela imikhuhlane eminingi engalanda abantwana bona la singakhangelanga i-HIV and AIDS kuphela sikhangela imikhuhlane enjengabo-cervical cancer lawo it's prone for abantwana abaqale ukuya ecansini at early age ngoba sikhangela into enxa besithi abantwana beqala ukulala labo 15 16 of which imizimba inyama zabo zemzimba izitho zabo zemzimba zingakaqini zingakalungeli ukubana behambe emacansini lanxa umzimba uyabukhanya umkhulu ukuthi ehambe ecansini.
Okay, siyabonga mnumzana Ncube qhubeka osecingweni khonapho.
And Tunga, here we're getting a word from Plan International itself saying that the director of the survey saying the poll was not nationwide or official. It was done only in Muguza and Pumula, and they were not ready to release. But apparently they were addressed by some journalists yesterday while speaking in Parliament on the thematic committee on gender, and I think they ended up publishing the information that came out of that particular poll. So that's good to know, of course, for Jimmy there to get this information.
Indeed. Ngobile, uripopa runari?
Yeah, Ngilipo.
Kana tishitarisa ma cultural attitudes. Urufunga kuti pane, I mean, what role are they playing pa nyaya yegu pararira kwe HIV pa nevechidika?
Tunga ripo nema cultural attitudes ndekuti vabereki even nasi muna 2015 vazhinji havakutaura nevana vavo nenyaya dzepabonde. Vari kusiya vana vachitsvaga information iyoyo kune vamwe vanhu kana kuti pachezvavo vari vana vachipanana information. Ivo vabereki havasi kugara pasi nevana vavo vachivaudza nyaya idzi kuti pabonde pakamira pakadai kana kuti kana ukasvika wazviwana pasituation iyoyo unodai. One of the best are kutaura kuti when a child is between the ages of 13 and 19, their body is too young to understand or even to appreciate the act of sexual activity. And so our parents need to really sit down with their children and have this discussion. You can't in this day and age expect that your child is going to get that information from somewhere else. Why should they get it from out there when you are the one who's responsible ultimately for that child? You know, and young people, you know, I suppose now they've got cell phones. You know, in Zimbabwe, everyone has a cell phone. They've got internet access. They get information from there. But as parents, we need to break down those barriers where we're failing to communicate with our children on these important issues. You know, these statistics that we're getting from National AIDS Council that are saying 80,000 of the 100,000 teenagers who are HIV positive currently are girls between ages 15 and 24. You know, there are biological reasons why the girls who are HIV positive are higher than the boys. You know, because as a girl, during sexual activity, you receive the sperm which is deposited in your body from a boy, and that sperm has a high viral load. But it's also, we're not sure if teenagers actually know that information, you know. During sexual activity, there's more surface area of a vagina which is exposed compared to the surface area of a penis. Again, that increases your chances as a girl of getting infected with HIV. But do they know this? Are our parents sitting down with the children and talking to them about these issues? We really need to break down those cultural barriers and change our attitudes. You know, our media is showing that our children are being experimental more and more, and at younger and younger and younger ages. So we really need to have a cultural shift. You know, I mean, last week I spoke about reintroducing the debate of condoms in high school. No one wants to talk about it because it's a touchy subject, you know. But with everything that's going on, it's something that we need to reopen that discussion and say, okay, in high school, what are they doing? What is going on? Are we better off with or without condoms in the high school?
Thank you. Then tungatine mterera ari parunare Philip Kugutu makadi yenyu.
Tiripo ready makadiyo.
Tiripo pinda yenyu muchirongwa. Tara zvenyu.
Nyaya yamataura taiwa asi kuti nyaya iri kunetsa sekuno kwedu kwagutu isu tinotarisa kuti vabereki vazhinji vakaenda kudhayasipora vana havachina anombodzora saka vamwe vabereki kusapota chaiko vana kunenge kwaakunetsa saka mwana anotozopedzera angona kuti ndotoendawo kubvawa uri kuenda vamwe bhukozi anenge achiona kuti vamwewo vanoenda vanoya nemari saka kuzofurirana kwacho kunotowandisa.
Saka yopedza sei nyaya iyi mukoma Philip?
Nyaya iyi kutoti ipere kunzviko kungoti kana vana vakawana mari uye kuti vana vapinde chikoro vozikurasa population yevana vasingaendi kuchikoro, mwana akazoenda kuchikoro basa rachona hapana, chekuita panenge pasina kuzviko kuti atoenda kubhawa ikoko. Deno mabasa atomuka maybe pamwedzi aitomboita usingise nani kuti dambudziko iro raidzikira because iko zvinezvi rekutoramba richitokwirira and bhozi vana havana anokondora apa aende kubasa apa asi kuenda kuchikoro.
Asi pane vamwe vanaka vane vabereki vari overseas vasina chavanoshaya, they have enough money, vari kuenda kumabhawa ikoko kunonwa doro vachitengera shamwari dzavo, they throw maparties kudzimba dzavo, then vakuita zvebonde, no protection. Mungadii nesituation yakadaro, you know, about those who do that?
Nyaya ino zvinezvi ndezvekuti vanhu vakamuzi bhozi nyaya ndeyekuti unoshaya neanowana. Tikatarisa kazhinji kachona mukadzira kana especially ari mwanakomana akawana mari yakawanda spirit, anoshaya ari musikana anotosacrifice kuti akwanise kufara neiyi because ndo paanenge achitowanawo mari yacho ipapo.
Okay, thank you so much mukoma Philip kwagutuko.
Okay.
Thank you there. Ntunga rekati dzokere kusazita wangu Tatenda, are you on the line? Hello? Hello, Tatenda?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. Just wondering, Tatenda, you know, we're talking about the issue of disclosure of status also for young people. You weren't here when we spoke about that issue a bit. But, you know, in your work with young people, how are parents or families or even the young people themselves doing that process of disclosing their status, but then also, you know, being able to live with the idea that, you know, they're HIV positive, knowing that they can live a long life?
Well, I think HIV, just the concept of a young person living with HIV is something which is a major concern for them. We work with young people who are living with HIV, and every time that you're talking to them, you can see that these young people are not happy. They are despondent. But we thank God that nowadays, because of the advancement in our medication system, advancement in how we are also addressing the issue of treatment and so on, other young people are now starting to cope. I can confirm that also we had one young person who we were working with last year who committed suicide. She was 17 years old. And she discovered she was HIV positive, she was pregnant and she was also HIV positive. And then she was 20 years and she committed suicide. So you can see that our system really is not yet there as far as addressing issues of young people living with HIV. Looking at adolescents are at a stage whereby they are transiting, they are thinking of getting a job, they are thinking of going to school, and because they are always sick at times, and adhering to treatment is also an issue. You think that young people want to go for the normal life, that is going for my parties, going to visit their friends and so on. So for them, they might not feel comfortable taking up in front of their peers. So the issue of disclosure now becomes a major concern. Who do they disclose to? And when do they disclose is another major concern as well for them. So we are saying that it is very important that as a country we strengthen our systems. We ensure that the issue of HIV becomes something that is not very much stigmatized, but every young person can know that they're at risk. I can also say that, confirm that we did a survey sometime between February and March this year. According to the survey, 74.4% of young people in Shungi said that they were not at risk of contracting HIV. What it means that those young people think they're not at risk, if they see a young person is HIV positive, they'll always assume that maybe those young people are sexually active, those young people are indulging in risk behavior. But the issue is young people who were born between 10 to 14 years ago now. There are some young people whose mothers were HIV positive, whose cases were undetected when they were giving birth. So those young people now, they are growing with HIV and they are not aware, and more cases are being discovered every day and every day. And for them to disclose their status is becoming an issue because our society, our community is not readily accepting these young people. So they see a major gap. So the more interventions may be slowed down.
Jimmy, nerurimi rwamai tinozadzikisa sei goal ye generation isina dambudziko reutachiwana.
Isina utachiwana ndikuona kuti nekuda kwekuti tane zvipatara nemishonga yekutogona kumaneja HIV ndikuona kuti izvo vana vechidiki vari kukura vanogona kunge va-HIV positive vakagona kuziva kuti vakashandisa mishonga yavo uyezve vachiramba vari pamishonga vanogona kuramba vari HIV positive and then havagoni kuti kuti vape or transmit the HIV virus to their peers kana vakashandisa macondoms very correct and consistent. Nekuti it has been proven kuti macondoms anoshanda uye zvanobatsira kuti mumwe ari HIV positive nanegative vanogona kuisa transmitter the HIV virus. Saka an HIV free generation is possible. It's only tinofuna kuti tidzidzise tichiramba tidzidzisa vana vechidiki kuti kana uri HIV positive make sure kuti hautransmite kune mumwe ari HIV negative. Uyezve kana uri HIV negative ramba uchimaintaina status yako through correct, consistent and condom use, being faithful to one partner, and by all means avoiding any sort of risk behavior. Saka zvinogona kuita hapana nezvatatove nazvo netechnology tanayo hapana chinotidzivisa kuti an HIV generation isvikire.
Thank you Tatenda. Mkoma Jimmy pinda yenyu ipapo.
Chandingangoda kutaura ndechekuti tinokwanisa kuva tine a generation isina utachiwana hwe-HIV. Kurudziro yandingangoda kupa ndeyekuti pakwanise kuwanikwa mari yakati wandei kuti tikwanise kuwana madrugs so that takatarisa ne expectation yakasetwa last year paitwa International AIDS Conference kuti let's now run with 90-90-90. Takati izo isusu 90% yevanhu vese vari pasi rino vakwanise kuziva kuti vana utachiwana, vakwanise kuziva mamiriro akaita ropa ravo kuti vane utachiwana here havana. Then 90% yevanhu vacho ivavo vanoziva kuti vane utachiwana vakwanise kuva vari patreatment. And 90% zvekare vanhu vari patreatment vakwanise kuva vane viral load iri suppressed. Tinokwanisa kusvika patime yekuti our generation, we can have a generation that is HIV and AIDS free. izvozvo zvega zvikwanise kuti zviitike pasina kushandira pamwe chete pakati pemahurumende akasiyana-siyana pasi rino nevagari vemunyika dzakasiyana-siyana, uyezve nekuchinja mararamiro atenge tichiita sevanhu vanenge vari munyika dziri pasi pano. Saka chingangoda kuitwa chekuti hatifanira kungoramba tichingoti tichiita business as usual. Tafanira kuchinja maitiro edu, kuchinja mararamiro edu, and the way we also look at vana vechidiki, kunyanya vana vechidiki vakakwanisa kuchengetedzwa. Vakuru ndisu kazhinji vatinowanikwa tiri pamberi pokusachengetedza vana vadiki, tisu pamberi pokuita maybe perpetrate tingati yo violence, also tiri pamberi azvakare pokuita even perpetrate rape against young women. Saka even vechirume zvakare vanofanirwa kuwanikwa vachadzidziswa kuti respect vana vechidiki vese vari pasi regardless kuti asi mwana wako. Uyezve takatarisa nyaya the respect of a girl child, takatokwanisa kuita also invest muye girl child kuti akwanise kuwana achipenda nguva yakareba ari pachikoro, tichisupporta a girl child kuti akwanise kuenda kuchikoro, and that girl child takakwanisa kumuita transform and empower totally, not empowerment decoration, but akanyasota empower totally. Mwanasikana anokwanisa zvekare kuwanikwa acharipota even if akaitwa sexually harassed and abused. Togotarisa zvekare panyaya dzemitemo. Mitemo kana ichinge iripo, munhu kana achinge apomerwa mhosva yekuti izvo abhinya kana kuti akwanisa kuita yatingati yo mhirizhonga, yatingati yo maybe gender based violence, ngatione kuti mitemo iripo iyoyo ngaikwaniswe kushandiswa kuti vanhu vakataseva vange vachiiswa pazvirango zvakakodzera. Naizvozvo tinokwanisa kuita eliminate yatingati yo violence within our society. As a result, that can also result in us getting rid of HIV and AIDS within the same society.
Thank you there.
Sithathe ikhefu kancane silethulele indaba zalamhlanje ebezihamba phambili.
Vendors in Harare today resisted attempts by the municipal police to evict them from the central business district. The family of human rights activist Itai Dzamara, who was abducted more than 3 months ago by unknown assailants, says a prayer meeting for Dzamara that was called off recently will now be held this Saturday in Harare. And the plight of illegal miners evicted from Kitsiatota mine near Bindura was the subject of discussion at the International Africa Peace and Security Education Conference at Bindura University last Friday.
Imuli yentatelezindaba eyanyamalala kunyanga ezintathu ezedluleyo uItai Dzamara ithi umthandazo uwehlula okwenziwa ngenyanga edluleyo uzakwenziwa ngempela-nsonto eZimbabwe Grounds. Inhlanganiso ye-National AIDS Council ithi bedlula inkulungwane ezilikhulu ontanga abaleminyaka ephakathi kweli-15 lengama-24 abaphila legciwane le-HIV. Uhlelo lwamasiko lokuphila kwabantu nsuku zonke lamhla siqhubeke ngodaba lokuqakatheka kwenyanga esintwini.
Mapurisa ekanzuro yeguta reHarare nhasi amboedza kubvisa vanotengesera mumigwagwa zvine chisimba mukati, asi zvakundikana sezvo vanotengesera mumigwagwa ava varamba vakatsika madziro vachiti havana kwavanoenda. Munamato wekunamatira murwiri wekodzero dzevanhu vaItai Dzamara, avo vakatsakatika kubva zvavakapambwa muna kurume woitwa nemugovera kuZimbabwe Grounds muHighfield muHarare. Sangano reZimbabwe Farmers Union rinoti pane zvizhinji zvinofanirwa kuitwa munyika kuitira kuti goho riri kuramba richidzikira munyika rigadziriswe kuitira kuti vanhu vasafa nenzara.
Tinotenda, thank you there to our reporters, our colleagues, for giving us the headlines. Ntunga.
Size kuwe Ncube ngamafitshane isikhathi sesambile. Ngamafitshane umlando wokuqeda udubo lwe-HIV kubontanga ungaqalisiswa njani eZimbabwe?
Yeah, I think abantu abatsha kufanele nje bebe lama-responsible when it comes to into zecansi. Bebekwazi ukubana balala lo muntu onganani njalo nxa belala ecansini basebenzise i-condom. And okunye futhi ukuthi nxa sihamba sifundisa ngale sifundisana njengabontanga sifundisana ukubana sidile ukwenza into zecansi ngoba singayenza sesebancane sihlangana labantu abadala asize sikwanise ukunegotiate labo ngoba abadala balama-negotiating skills amakhulu ukuthi bayasiqale bayasikhulela vele at the end of the time sigcine sesingasakwanisi ukusebenzisa lelo condom. But nxa kuyukuthi singakwanisa ukubana sikhulume kahle kahle bedile kuye emacansini abanye futhi bengaye emacansini to marriage njalo nxa kuyukuthi sokufanele kuye emacansini besebenzisa i-condom, I think siza-athina si-HIV free generation iqala ngathi.
Siyabonga Ncube. Isti.
And we're running out of time here. And Ncobile will come to you. You spoke earlier about the issue of having condoms in school, but then there's also someone here who was saying, this is disheartening looking at the moral values within Zimbabwe. And they're saying maybe it's better to start implementing preventative measures, like, for example, having free contraception for teenagers. What is the fear in introducing some of these things? And do you think that that might be the way to go to assisting or alleviating this issue?
Thank you, Tatenda. I think the fear behind introducing condoms in schools is that it might seem as if adults are giving in and giving up and saying, our children are already sexually active. Let's just let them go ahead, and here are the condoms anyway. And yet, in fact, it's not true, because as my colleague is saying here, that a lot of young people are still actually not sexually active. And so the first method of prevention is abstinence. But for those who are sexually active, we need to be responsible as adults and say we want to create an HIV-free generation by accepting that we have some young people who are sexually active, and we want them to be protected and to be safe when they are involved in sexual activity. But a lesson to the young people is that they need to change their behavior. Positive behavior change is one of the key ways of achieving an HIV-free generation. And this starts from realizing that as a young person, you have your whole life ahead of you. You are worth so much more than just one sexual act which could lead you to being infected with HIV. You have to dream big. You have to want big things. You have to have goals. You need to focus on your career, think about your future, and let that influence every decision that you make when it comes to these issues of sexual intercourse at a young age.
Thank you. No, sithathe umlaleli lapha Tatenda emtereri wedu wekupezisira mkoma obey muri right.
Tiri nani magalize.
Tiri bo pindai muchirongwa.
Alright, naunda yigwa. Ipapando ngifati zimizi. Kuti zvizotanga izvi zvangotanga izvi kana kuti zvaivako kuda.
Muri kuvunza isuzu?
Maybe my guest didn't know I'm going to answer it. Maybe mkoma Jimmy pindira yenyu papo.
Kwanzi kudi.
Kwanzi zvinhu zvatanga manje kana kuti zvagara zviripo. Ndofunga vari kutaura nenyaya yebonde among young people. Ndo zvamuri kutaura mukoma wabei?
Yeah.
Pindirai mukoma Jimmy.
Zvinhu zvakangotangawo manje in my view zvakatanga not long ago, and it can be attributed to a number of factors which might also require us to have another 1 hour long program to discuss on what could have led to this. But if you had to look at it, if you had to look at maybe even at some certain generations where the issues to do with sex and sexuality, the taboos has been there, and it has been very difficult for young people to be really exposed to some situations where they will result in having sex.
Thank you. Thank you, Nkoma Jimmy Dimbatarauti. We need 1 more hour for this program, but we do. Thank you so very much. That was Jimmy Wilford, Director of Say What, Ngobile Munzara, Culture Shark Trust, Calvin Ngube, United Children of Africa, and Maisazita Tatenda Songore, who is with the Youth Advocates Zimbabwe, and he's the director there. Thank you to our guests for joining us.
Good evening, Zimbabwe. I'm Tungamili Nkomo.
And I'm Tatenda Gumbo, and join us next week.